I didn't have a Siege Seeker, so I corrected it. Guillotine here, and today I got Seige Redwing Generation Selects Seige Redwing, my very first version of the Siege Seeker mold, a mold that I did not have in my collection for the longest time that everybody says is a really great mold, and I finally have one. And what do I think of it? This is a pretty outstanding figure. I absolutely love Redwing and I love the Seeker mold. And this is the standard configuration of Redwing. But in a second here, I'm going to show you how I have this guy configured. Because, spoiler alert, it's not like this. But here is Seige Redwing. He is a version of the Siege Seeker mold. I will address this real quick. Yes, I did put a poll up saying which one I wanted to get. I just put that up as kind of help. I was looking to see which one I wanted to get. So I put all the ones that I was considering in that poll. Yes, Hotlink was the clear winner of that, but the problem I had with Hotlink is he just looks way too similar to Skywarp, and he would be on the same shelf as Skywarp, so a lot of people would just think I have two Skywarps because nobody knows who Hotlink is unless you actually are like a Transformer fan and you collect the toys and you know who Hotlink is. So yeah, that was one reason. And another reason is I just really liked the way Redwing looked overall, so I decided to go with Redwing here. But yeah, I did just want to address that real quickly. By the way, thanks so much for participating in that poll got quite a bit of votes, so thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And I hope everybody who voted for Redwing is very happy, because I am very happy, because this is, once again, like I said, an outstanding figure. His tolerances are fantastic. The paintwork is really amazing. I absolutely love the way this guy looks. He just pops on the shelf. Nice bright red with this cool little maroon shading everywhere. He's got the siege battle damage, which honestly, I'm not hating on this figure. I actually think he wears it pretty well, especially on the arms here. It actually looks really cool on the arms there with like that silver bleeding through. I love this very vibrant white on him. Really, really amazing. Just a really wonderful looking figure overall. Like I said before, his joint tolerances are outstanding. He has amazing tolerances, great articulation, including double jointed bends in his elbows right there. You can get so much knee bend. Look at this. Because of the way he transforms, he has this piece in the back which is spring loaded, and you push that in for transformation, but you can use that to get a ton of upward knee bend right there, which is really, really outstanding. You can go even more than that too. That is just really awesome. I've been able to get him in a lot of great poses, like kneeling poses. He can absolutely destroy kneeling poses. Of course, being a War Cybertron Trilogy figure, he's got some ankle pivot. He's actually got some the ankle pivot is pretty weak. Like, that's about all you get right there, but not a complaint, just pointing it out. But yeah, really nice overall. And yeah, he's got some ports on the back right there for you if you would like to store weapons. You can store the guns right there if you want to. The Siege Seeker guns are really interesting. They actually look a lot more like actual rifles and not just null rays, as you can see right there. But once again, I will talk about that in just a second here. We're gonna do some. I'm gonna show you something with this guy that I have decided to do. But real quick, before I do that, I wanted to show him with the Earthrise Seeker mold so you could get a comparison here. So here he is with the Earthrise Seeker mold. This is Starscream, and there they are together, so you can see how they look. And yes, a very different mold. There's definitely no remolding going on between these two molds. They are very, very different figures overall. They transform completely different. Their alt modes are completely different, and the robot modes are completely different. So yeah, there they are together, so you can see how they look together right there. And yeah, overall, I do think that's just about everything that I need to talk about with him in this configuration. But now, let me show you how I have Redwing, because it's not like this. Here we go. First thing I do is I get rid of one of these guns, because here's the deal with Redwing for me. For me, this guy is not going to be a Seeker. He is not going to be Redwing the Seeker. He is going to be Redwing the Decepticon, and he is gonna be way cooler than the Seeker. So yeah, get rid of one gun, so he just has the one. Set that off to the side for now. Alrighty, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to untab his backpack, just like this, and I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to bring down these pieces just like this, and just have that like that, and then I'm gonna take the back panel here, I'm gonna fold that down. You're gonna have to push it down because it's honestly not supposed to go down like that, but it does. And then you're going to take this back piece here, untab it from the back, and bring it forward, and it will take in place right there, and then bring this back in, and like that, and then take the wings, bring them back, and just kind of angle them back like that. And this is how I give him his one gun. This is how I have Redwing in my collection. This is my configuration for Redwing, and I absolutely love this. So yes, this is how I have had him in my collection right here, with these kind of like coattails going on with these pieces, so he doesn't have like the standard Seeker, like the little exhaust pipes coming up over his shoulder, and then the wings like this. I kind of fooled around with the wings. I went through a couple iterations. I was thinking about leaving them like this because it does kind of connect to the coattails a little bit, which I think looks kind of cool, but it is a little too Seeker looking for me. And I also tried this, where you rotate them all the way around and bring them up, but I just honestly, this is how I kind of had him for a bit, but I don't know. I don't think it really works all that well. So instead, I settled on the kind of angled back like this. This is what I've settled on, and I personally really love this. So yes, this is how I will be having Redwing in my collection. He is not going to be a Seeker for me. He is just going to be a Decepticon, and a really badass Decepticon. I mean, look at this design. This guy looks awesome. He reminds me of like a Dracula or something like that, like a Dracula Decepticon, man. I love him. Absolutely love him. So yeah, feel free if you want, if you're going to steal this from me, go ahead. You know, I definitely just, you know, give me the credit because I came up with this. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone else has probably done this before, but I did come up with this. I did not look into this. I made this myself, and I really like this. So yes, this is how I will be having Redwing in my collection, because I just don't need another Seeker for me. The original trio, Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker, and the Coneheads, that's more than enough Seeker for me. I really like the way I have this guy. And it's awesome because he's a completely different mold from my Earthrise Seeker. So I have the Seeker mold, the Siege Seeker mold, and I still have a completely different character, and I absolutely love him. So yes, this is how I will be having Redwing right here. So you have that. Obviously, this is going to be his gun right here, and of course we can take that off. And if you want to, you can take you can take this piece right here that I folded up, and if you really want to have some storage, you can just bring that back to the back like originally, and then just plug that onto the back right there. If you want to, you can also, if you want to, bring it back over and just have the gun like coming up over his head right there if you want to, and you do have another port if you want to bring in the other one. You can also bring it back like that if you want to, kind of have it off to the side like that. That's another thing you can do. I kind of think of this guy as maybe like a gunslinger, is what I've kind of called him before. So where's the other gun? Where's the other gun? There you go. So you can have like that going on, and then it can like come up, pop off the gun. I don't know where to go. Oh god, I lost it again. There you go. So you can add that. But me personally, I think I'm just going to leave him. I think I'm just going to leave him with the one gun. I personally think I think that looks cool. And I really like the fact that the Siege Seeker guns do actually kind of look like they could pass off as just a kind of a rifle overall. Like he could be like a sniper or something. I don't know. I'm really loving this this thing I've come up with for Redwing right here. This is just a really cool thing in my opinion. So there you go. There you have Redwing in his robot mode. Alrighty, let's transform him now. So to transform the Siege Seeker mold, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to his feet, and we're going to push these together just like that. We're going to bring back his wings like this, and there we go. We're going to take this piece, unhinge it up like this, and then we're going to take the nose cone here, and these are going to connect in the back just like that. And that is a really satisfying piece of transformation right there. Now you're going to take this back flap here. We're going to get this back up just like that, and then we're going to fold it up, and it's actually going to peg into the back of his head. You can see he has a tab right there in the back of his head, and you're going to peg that in just like that, and then you're going to bring that back, come to the front here, take the torso piece, fold it up just like that. We're going to get rid of his gun. I almost forgot. There we go. Just set that off to the side. And we're going to take that torso piece, bring that up, and that's going to allow us to take his head and fold it all the way back into the torso right there, and it stows away just like that. Now we're going to do his arms. So come to the arms here. We're going to take them. They're going to open up in the back here. You can see you have a little panel right here in the back that's going to open up. You're going to flip the hand in just like that, close it, and then you're going to take the arm here, and it's going to double hinge in, and that's going to compress the arm just like that, and then finish off by closing it. So once again, on the other side here, open that, flip in the hand just like that, take it and put it in on the double hinge, and then close it back up. Really easy, way easier than the Earthrise mold, I must say. And there you go. Now we're going to take the legs here, and we're going to rotate them around just like that, and there we go. All right, now we're going to take the legs here. We're going to push in the little spring-loaded panel I showed you before. Push that in, bring these up, and then you can see we have a slot right there, and that's going to go into that tab. There's a tab right there in the leg, and that's going to go into that slot right there. So just get those, line them up, and bring it in just like that. And then do the same thing on the other side. Push in that panel just like that. Bring it up, and then get it into that little tab right there. And there you go. There you pretty much have that all done. So yes, I will admit that this guy really does just kind of turn into a ball, and then the alt mode just kind of drapes over him. But it's just, you know, it's just kind of how he works overall. It'll make more sense when you actually see him finish. But we do have a couple more things to do here. We're going to bring the arms. They're going to come in just like that. I forgot to mention, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. His butterfly joints in robot mode, you can actually bring his arms forward, which is a really, really, really awesome feature, and I can't believe I forgot to show it. So I apologize for that. But yeah, he does have really great butterfly joints in his robot mode. So next thing you do is you take the arms here, you bring them down on the butterfly joint, and then you rotate them this way, and you see we have these two little slots right there in the forearms, and those are going to go into those two little tabs right there in the legs. You bring that down, and that tabs in just like that, and there we have that. Now we're just going to bring down that piece right there, the nose cone, bring that down. We're going to fold these pieces down just like that. They're going to connect to there just like that, and it's absolutely gorgeous how these connect if they want to stop popping out just like that. There we go. Oh my god, stop it. You bastard, stop it. There we go. So you have that going on, and then these are actually going to tab into the arms, and you're just going to push them in place, and then they will lock in place just like that, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. And we're going to just make sure the feet aren't in our way here so we can take his portable keg of Fenta, which is what Thew called it before, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. That's what I call it now. And you're just going to double hinge that up, and then it will peg in place on the back, and then just fold the feet back up just like that. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have Redwing in his vehicle mode. Yes, this is the fabled Seige Tetrajet mode that I have heard so much about, and I have to be honest, I think it is pretty friggin' sweet. I absolutely love the way this looks overall. Now, the gun. Obviously, if you use this guy as a Seeker and you just have him in your standard Seeker mode like most people are going to have, you're just going to plug in the guns down here. You have a port right there. This is personally where I was keeping them when I had, before I came up with my custom configuration for this guy as not a Seeker. So there you go. That is how I've had him right there, is plugged into these ports right there, so they're like diagonal. But you can also plug them into the wings right here if you want to. And you can have that going on, which is another nice configuration if you want to have that going on. And you also, if you want to, have a port right there in the forearm that you can use as well. But me personally, I was plugging them in to right there. But like I said before, I take this gun, put that back in my accessory drawer, and what I do is I take this gun and I actually store it by plugging it right in between the legs here and just plugging it into that little black spot right there, and it actually comes in and it actually clicks. No, it kind of like softly tabs in place, and I just bring in the feet like that. And that's how I store his one gun in there. So there you go. There you have Redwing's alt mode. And I can now finally compare this Seige Tetrajet mold with the Studio Series Starscream Tetrajet mold. So there you go. There you have the two Tetrajets right there. And yeah, they look very different overall. This is obviously much more of like going for like a more of a realistic looking Tetrajet, and this is obviously much more cartoony and accurate to the first episode of G1. Not completely accurate, but gets the job done pretty well if you ask me. Personally, I think I might like, I don't know, I like both of them a lot, but I think I might like this one just a little bit more. But yeah, really cool overall. So there you have that comparison. And I don't really have, you know what, here, I'll transform one of my Earthrise Seekers real quick. My god, that transformation is absolute bliss. There he is with the Earthrise Seeker mold right there. So you have the Seige Seeker mold and the Earthrise Seeker mold. This is Thundercracker, of course. And yeah, both these figures are outstanding in my opinion. I love both of them. Can't pick a favorite over the mold. They're both really, really great. This is obviously for the more hardcore G1 fans who want the proper alt mode. But honestly, if you went the way with the Siege Seeker, because they did do all of the Seekers in the Siege mold. There is Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp, although Skywarp is like impossible to get. But yeah, if you prefer this mold, you can get the original trio in this mold as well, which is really cool as well. But overall, I really like both of these, and I honestly I love everything about Redwing here. I love the fact that he's the only version of the mold I have, and I came up with that awesome new configuration for him in vehicle mode, in robot mode, and I've come up with a new persona for him and everything, and it's just awesome. So let's lead into the final thoughts on Redwing, although I'm actually going to transform him back into robot mode real quick. There we go. And real quick, just to show you what I forgot real quick, he has butterfly joints right here. You can move the arms forward right there, which is really awesome. Also, he also has wrist rotation, which is absolutely awesome, and the Earthrise mold doesn't have wrist rotation, so yeah, that is really, really awesome. You can get this guy in so many great poses. He's like Siege Spinister level of posability. So there we go. Let's lead into the final thoughts on Redwing. I am absolutely in love with this figure. Oh my goodness gracious, he is fantastic. The overall thoughts on the mold in general, fantastic, really amazing mold. I would absolutely recommend if you don't have this mold like I didn't for the longest time, definitely pick yourself out a version of the mold. Get whoever you want. There's plenty of different versions. There's the new Sparkless Seeker. There's Hotlink. There's Redwing, who I can highly recommend. His color scheme is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I love this guy. I love the fact that I came up with this own little custom configuration for him and his own little different persona and everything. And I'm not gonna have him as a Seeker. I'm gonna have him as just another awesome Decepticon in the rank, and he kind of gives me like Dracula vibes. Just I really love this guy. I'm very happy with my purchase. He is really great. Nothing to really complain about here. I mean, the tolerances for his joints are all fantastic. He poses amazingly. It's a wonderful figure. Cannot recommend the mold enough, and I honestly cannot recommend Redwing enough. He is a bit pricey. I believe he was a Target exclusive when he first came out, and now he's not really available like that anymore. So if you want him, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for him, but honestly, 100% worth it. I'm not dissatisfied with my purchase whatsoever. I think he is fantastic, and he is going to make such an amazing addition to my Decepticon shelf right there. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of Siege Redwing. Let me know what you think of my awesome little custom configuration I came up with Siege Redwing. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you think I should just use him as a Seeker, which is not going to happen because I don't need any more Seekers, and I really freaking love the thing I came up with. Let me know your thoughts on it, and yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and this is Guillotine, signing out.